Rutherford Issues with Brian Barrett on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna. Listen and watch at WGNSradio.com.
Rutherford Issues is powered by Middle Tennessee Electric, and they want to remind you that their annual meeting is coming up this Saturday, live stream at 2 o'clock. Now, if you want to be part of that live stream, you just log on. It's very easy. But you can also register in person out on New Salem Highway or by phone by calling the local office. And the reason you want to do that is your name will be entered into a drawing for various giveaways. So you want to make sure you can be in the running for those. MTE.com/annual meeting for more information. State Representative Mike Sparks joins us here in studio, and you were kind of got some information about choice lanes, huh? I see that.
You really want to go there?
Why not?
Okay. Dr. Krause on with Dr. Krause. He didn't really want to go there, and he just said he's seen some problems in California. But anyways, I mean, I think it's a good thing. TDOT had their first meeting last night at Smyrna Event Center, and it's a choice. I like choices, whether it's school choice or choice where I get my cup of coffee, choice where I go to college, choice where I buy my clothes. I think choice and freedom is the basis of our republic. But a great meeting last night, and you can go, folks can go on TDOT's website to get more information on this. It's TDOT.24 choice lanes at tn.gov for more information. And
so
we've got to do something.
Basically, you if you utilize these choice lanes, you're paying to do that.
Yes.
Which in turn pays for
offsets it. Yes.
Offsets the cost of this. Now it'll take a while for that to happen, I'm sure, right?
It will, but someone's going to, folks are going to invest in this, and we never want to go the way California goes, and we were dealing with a lot of growth. I drive that corridor, and among many other thousands of people in Rutherford County and adjacent counties, and it gets pretty rough. Sometimes it's taken me. I've made it in 30 minutes before when there's not much traffic, and it's probably taken me an hour and 15 minutes. I mean, somebody like Brian Terry or Joe Carr, when Joe was in the General Assembly, it may be an hour and a half for those guys. Tim Rudd may be an hour and 20 minutes, others.
So you're basically adding more lanes, but in order to use those lanes, you have to pay to use them. Is that pretty much what I understand?
Yes, that's my understanding. Yeah, the 3P model, and Bill Kitcher, one thing I admire about Bill, he would also often talk about public-private partnerships, which to me makes sense. And a lot of times when government is doing something, it takes a lot more time. If government's involved, the private sector, I think many times is much more efficient. But it was a great meeting last night. Mayor Marius Reed was there, and seen a few other leaders there as well. And
now this is something that maybe my grandchildren will be able to use by the time the state constructs it, right?
That's what we use in about 3 years. Wheels of government do turn slowly. There's no doubt.
So is this? I mean, what is the projection on that?
It looks it's about three years is what
to
I'm
begin
saying.
Construction on it.
Yes, and they're looking for feedback, and like you and I were talking off the air, I don't think it's a totally done deal. I think they're still looking for. I mean, it's a done deal, the funding and all, but they're looking for feedback on the corridors. I think it's going to make, at least it's an option. I mean, I don't have all the answers, but that's why, we hire experts and engineers who could come to the table and find some common ground and say, hey, this is the best way to go. But we've got, like the WeGo bus station. I was telling some folks last night, it's one of the highest areas of crime is the WeGo bus station. I mean, we got to get the crime under control in Nashville to encourage folks to take the bus. And my sister worked for the state for many years. She took the bus. She enjoyed it and built up some good friendships with the bus right there at by McDonald's on Lowry. And it is some relief. A lot of folks don't carpool. I mean, I carpooled when I worked at Whirlpool. I paid a lady $5 to ride with her, $5 a week, but it saved me my own gas money, wear and tear on my car. I think it's a step in the right direction.
So, any idea how long it takes to construct something like this?
No, I mean, it looks to me like it'd be 3 to 5 years before it's fully built out. And when it comes to interstates, it's like roads. Just yesterday, Old Nashville Highway, there's always improving because we're growing so much, and we've got a great road department with Greg Brooks and others, and they're continuing to like widen, not just widen, but repave Old Nashville Highway right there in front of Stewartspur. And Samerly Parkway looks great. Jefferson Pike is looking great, and hopefully it'll be done next year. That's been, and it really needs to go all the way out to Walter Hill.
Yeah,
and last
no doubt.
area.
So
Thompson Lane that you've been ranting about for how many years now?
Well, I mean, it's still the same.
Well, it's just taking a while. That's Charlie Baum's district, isn't it?
That's what you say. You're just going to keep pawning it off on
he's
other
vice
people.
chairman of transport. He's the equivalent of John Bragg today.
Okay.
He holds purse strings.
Gotcha.
I don't hold the purse string. I'm just on the committee.
Yeah. I just think there should be a traffic light there, between now and the 15 years.
Pictures, and videos.
That I mean, you see how it gets backed up just because, and there's a wreck just about at least 2 or 3 times a week.
Yes.
But so these choice lanes, I saw an animation too, Mike, and it looks like these lanes are going to kind of be between the lanes that are already there.
Yeah.
And it almost looks like that when you come to an exit, those exits are kind of like a 4-way stop, if you will. The road will go up to the bridge of that point. At least what I saw in the animation.
Yeah, I mean it's I'm still learning as we go, and that's why I was there last night. It's very informative. They had
more like a highway than it is an interstate, but there is not as much traffic.
I think one of the folks that he wasn't really critical. He just felt like it's kind of unfair. This person I talked to, he may not want me to share his name, and he said, I've seen it in California. He said, I've seen the Lexus lane, the Cadillacs, and I've seen the Chevy and the Fords over here, the people, but that's still your choice. I mean, it's your choice to buy a Lexus. It's your choice to buy a Ford Taurus. It's your choice to buy. My van's got 218,000 miles on it. That was my choice to buy that van.
Well, could maybe his point be, though, it's the choice of those who can afford a vehicle like that to be able to afford to drive in those lanes?
That's what he was saying. But my logic is, if we're relieving the overcrowding on that lane for the folks that drive the Dodge van like I have, 218,000, that's my choice. Now, am I going to pay a few dollars to get home a little faster? I may, or get to MTSU. It's taken me an hour and a half sometimes to get to the university when I've had to get there, but that's my choice. It's like the choice of the neighborhood I live in. I mean, I love the neighborhood I'm in. Been there most of my life. Had that choice to buy that home for my family, when my mom died. But I think choice in the free market is a solution based, and just want to encourage folks to give me their feedback. I'd appreciate their feedback on it. I think it's a step in the right direction.
Any idea on how much this choice will cost a person to utilize?
No, I don't have that figure. I'm guessing it's like $5 or something. I went through Atlanta here.
Well, that's not Lexus money. That's beat up Dodge money. $5.
I got a deal on that van, by the way. You know what I did? So a guy advertised, he said transmission. He just had the motor rebuilt. And I'd done the research. I changed the transmission fluid on that Chrysler van, the OEM fluid, OEM filter, and prayed over it, and been running fine ever since. I can't tell you what I paid for it. Somebody paid $35,000 for that van. I paid a pittance on it. Now, is that smart? Or is that foolish? I think it's smart, but that's my choice. You like choice, don't you?
Choice of chicken nuggets or a burger.
Or McDonald's.
Yeah.
That's my choice, McDonald's. Hey, if I could, I want to give a shout out to Hunter McFarland, Middle Tennessee Associated Realtors, and Ashley Sugar. I didn't think that was her real name. Sugar. She seems like a really sweet lady. So I thought the guy was just kidding me, but Ashley Sugar over there. They had a great meeting with County Commissioner Chairman Craig Harris and Romel McMurray, Tim Rudd, and Chris Jensen's home builder, and a great community discussion about zoning, affordable housing, where we're growing as a county, and appreciate them doing that. I think they're going to do a series of meetings. I think we need more discussion on some of the issues we're faced with as anything
on
schools,
revenue streams, and that kind of thing.
That really didn't get discussed. I know that was discussed at the previous meeting at Embassy Suite. So we need more people to come to the table and discuss some of the issues that's facing, and they're growing issues. I mean, it's very challenging to keep up with the growth of this county and build schools And that's why I'm for choice. That's why I think charter schools could that was mentioned last night. Somebody said a charter school is built a lot cheaper than public school, and I've heard it from other leaders that may not want to be on the radio talking about this because it gets controversial, but that's how we have to face life. There's controversy everywhere.
Well, before our time gets away here, we've got a couple of minutes to talk about the movie The Uncivil War.
Yeah, I was thinking David Siracusa is going to call in.
He is.
Is he on?
Yeah.
Okay.
David, how are you?
Hey, good. How you guys doing?
Doing
good.
really good. So you've got some big news. I know you were just in Smyrna last week, I guess it was, and you're going to be coming back to Rutherford County here?
Yeah, absolutely. We had a great time there. We got a great showing. Andy Huff, my director, was also there as well. And we had such a great response, and I really gave you guys such little notice. And a lot of people said, hey, if you were back again, I know I'm going to tell my friends they should come see it. It was a great movie. So I said, yeah, why not? Let's do it again. So looking forward to it. And honestly, I'd say, really can't have a better time than right now because a lot of what's kind of discussed or shown in the movie, you can see it's happening all over again right now at the DNC, all of the disruptions and the problems that they're having there outside the DNC. So very timely.
So when will there be another opportunity here in Rutherford County to see the movie?
So we're going to the Premiere 6 this time in Murfreesboro, and it will be September 5th, Thursday, September 5th at 6:30 p.m., and I will be back there again. I'm hoping the director and the director of photography will both be there as well, but I'm not sure about that. They're both Tennesseans. Andy lives in Smyrna, and I believe that Chris is someplace in Nashville, but I don't know the area that well personally. So,
Yep.
Kind of give us 1 minute overview. What is the Uncivil War about?
Well, so it's about two best friends, two buddies. One's white, one's black, and it's the summer of 2020. The COVID lockdowns. I mean, everything that everyone over 30 remembers. The COVID lockdowns, George Floyd, the city's burning, and everything. And they start talking about it, and they've never talked about politics before. And it starts out friendly at first, and then it gets a little bit more agitated. Now, the funny thing is a lot of people have told me I'm selling the movie all wrong. They're saying it's a rom-com because, there's one of the main characters. My character tries to date during COVID, and, of course, that's a disaster. And there's just some funny circumstances that go along with it. So it kind of covers both the serious and some of the foolish stuff. Mike, you laughed a lot during the movie, right?
Yeah, I did. My friend Chip Henderson, that was the guy that laughed the most. He's a big Trump fan, and he liked the little term about little Trumpsters. He was the one that was giggling throughout the movie.
Yeah, I think that's the good thing is that we don't it's not just a commercial for one side or the other. We poke fun at both sides, and we give arguments for both sides, and we try and poke holes in both sides' arguments as well.
Yeah.
So that's September 5th. Do you know what time that'll be?
6:30.
6:30. Okay.
Yep.
September 5th, 6:30, and that's 2 weeks from today, actually. So.
Yeah, I know. It's right around the corner, and I'll be back there again, definitely, because I love answering questions. I thought we had a pretty spirited talk after the last movie, and I look forward to doing that again this time.
So the movie is The Uncivil War, and you can search for it. Do you have a website?
So you can go to the uncivilwarAmericaDivided.com, the longest website of all time, or you can just go to Eventbrite and look for the Uncivil War Murfreesboro, and it'll pop right up, and you can get the tickets right there because they're not sold at Premiere 6. They're sold off of Eventbrite.
Gotcha. Very good. Well, David, thanks for stopping in, and we'll catch up with you here in a few weeks, and safe travels between here and back to Murfreesboro.
Awesome. Thank you so much, guys. Really appreciate you having me on.
Absolutely. That's David Siracusa joining us. And Mike, I guess that's going to do it here. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Brian.
And if you want to check the podcast, it'll be up shortly, WGNSradio.com. Under podcast, look for Rutherford Issues. And hope you have a great day, everybody. We'll see you tonight at Siegel for Siegel Shelbyville High School football. Starts up already again this year.